Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. A little bit of an unexpected one in my opinion, and I say it like that because I didn't expect to find this one out in the wild. Today, we've got the Unrivaled Series 17 Willow, not the Wisp. It's Willow Nightingale, and well, I'm super excited to add this woman's figure to my women's collection, my third AEW women's figure at that. I want to say I've got the Christian Cage and the Kill Switch from this set, so it's nice to add another one from this set. I saw the Swerve while I was there. I kind of contemplated it. At the end of the day, I chose not to, as I was also doing a little bit of Christmas shopping and stuff. Sadly, it didn't pan out the way I would have expected. Not all the gifts were covered, but at least I got a little bit of something for myself. I got a couple of gifts that were, well, I can't remember. How many gifts did I get yesterday? Actually, it don't really fucking matter, let's be honest. It's just the fact that here we are in the middle of December, and well, I'm still finding great shit out in the wild sometimes. When I decide to go out into the wild, because I can't lie, I tend to do most of my wrestling figure shopping online. It's just a lot easier to have it all sent straight to the house. Speaking of that, if I do end up doing them at least, I do have a couple of loose figure reviews I could be doing after this, so I might do those up, I might not, but either way, why don't we get into this action figure review? Because, well, let's be honest, I'm definitely excited to get into this action figure review and see what this Willow Nightingale is all about. Alright, you guys, now that we've got Willow out of her plastic prison, we can go over her figure, but first and foremost, we should go over the little bit of accessories we do get with this figure. And well, we don't get much, but we do get two different sets of interchangeable hands. As you can tell, we've got two unique hands pre-plugged into the figure, and then we get a set of fist hands, which is always great when it comes down to punching your opponent and or, well, just beating the absolute hell out of your opponent. You got Mellow Maniac written there on the side of the hand, which it does feature the same tattoo over here on that hand, so you know it's nice to see that they didn't like pull a Ray Phoenix here with her. She's got one blue thumb. Of course, the rest of her fingers are clenched up in the fist, so that makes sense. But other than that, now we can get into the figure itself, which honestly, first and foremost, I am just going to say that this head scan is absolutely amazing. I think it captures Willow perfectly. From the curly hair with the two little buns up here, you've got a little bit of blonde streaks in the hair. It's looking really damn good. The pink makeup's nice. The lipstick looks really well. Nothing's like blotched or mispainted. It looks really good. Of course, there's a little bit of mispaint here on the top here, but that's not the biggest ordeal because I want to say the rest of it figure-wise is actually really damn good. Like, it's all applied really well. Of course, you got a little bit of paint blemishes like right here on the shoulder, and I think there's a little bit here on the leg, but if I'm gonna be honest, oh no, actually the legs are fine. So it's just that little bit on the shoulder and that little splotch right there. That's actually not terrible, especially considering how AEW can tend to roll sometimes. And speaking of something that's really damn good, you've got her her tattoo decals here with the flowers. You've got the cat face there. Is that a cat in a luchador mask too? That's actually really damn cool. Got the butterfly right there, whatever those little things there are. You've got, I can't remember what hand this is, but I've seen it plenty of times. And you've got a couple of smaller little tattoos. I think that's like a UFO maybe right there. I'm not too sure though. She's got some pretty neat tattoos nonetheless. And well, she comes with a piece hand that actually has the blue fingernail polish there, so you know that's nice attention to detail. And same thing on the other hand there, but it's not a piece hand, it's like an open slap hand, so I guess there's a little bit of variety that you can do with this. Would have been nice to see maybe a extra set of hands, like some grappling hands or something, but nonetheless, really solid figure, especially with the attire. I know this isn't the Chase Willow, but this attire is really damn good. I love the like pink and blue combination here. You've got little bits of silver and black on the gear as well, but the cotton candy look overall is really solid. And well, you know, for the figure being a little bit more of a bigger size gal, she actually poses quite well. Like that ab articulation or the upper diaphragm articulation, it's there. You can actually pose her quite decently with that upper diaphragm articulation. Of course, she's got waist swivel as well, something a little bit more unique to the women's figures, which is, I mean, quite fine by me. You've got one silver, what is it, like silver hexagon patterned knee pad here with black underneath that. So there's like a, there we go, you can see it from the back side here. You've got the little bit of like black for like a black sock there, and then you've got a pink sock here with a pink knee pad, and then you've got the checker silver style pattern boots here with white laces. Really nice attention to detail here overall. And well, as far as the articulation does go, the head scan seems to move quite well, especially for her having longer hair. She can actually kind of look up a little bit, which is not the greatest, but it's not bad. She can look down a lot better though. And well, that's just a little bit of the fantastic articulation you get here. Of course, we've got double jointed arms, bicep articulation, shoulder articulation, wrist articulation. I already went over the torso articulation here. Still really solid nonetheless. You've got really great kick forward on this figure. Like, that is really damn solid there. You've got upper thigh cut. As you can see, the upper thigh cut is moving quite well. And then on top of it, you've got the double jointed knee. You've got boot articulation and ankle articulation. Just all around a really, really solid first time in the line. And I'm just gonna say it now, I don't know if you can hear him, but I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. He's a little bit of an attention whore, and he probably doesn't realize I'm still in the house. But nonetheless, just great times here with this Willow Nightingale figure. But with all that being said, why don't we get a little bit of other women's figures here to kind of just compare with. And of course, we just recently reviewed the Jazzwares Vault Timeless Toni Storm, so we can bring her out. We've got the, the Unmatched? I can't remember what series, but we've got the Sky Blue, and then my personal favorite women's figure from the WWE side, we've got Tiffany Stratton here, and honestly, she's scaling up quite well alongside all these other women's figures, I'd say. She's not the tallest woman, but she is definitely a powerhouse nonetheless. If you have not watched any of Willow's work, she would definitely have great matches with all the women here in the ring, and I mean, I want to say she has already, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what? Why don't we get Willow all posed up in her final pose, and we can rank her on the scale of 1 through 10. Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got Willow all posed up in her final pose, she's got Timeless Toni up in a gut wrench suplex, maybe into a gut wrench powerbomb. You never know, but what I do know is that at the end of the day, when it comes down to this woman's figure, this Willow Nightingale is definitely one of my favorite women's figures in my collection right now, and I say it like that because not just does this figure pose well, she's got a really great attire with two of my favorite colors. I can't lie, I do love the color pink. But other than the pink gear side and the little bit of bias because of the pink and blue gear, just everything all around on this head scan and just this figure are just great. I think the proportions are great, the formula suits her really well, and just everything else is phenomenal when it comes down to this figure. And well, at the end of the day, what would I rank this Willow Nightingale? On a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, I'm giving this figure a solid 8 out of 10. Here's why. We get 2 hands and only 2 hands. I get it, this is kind of more or less like the basic line of the two. They don't really get a whole bunch of accessories usually. But if I recall correctly, the Christian Cage got quite a bit of accessories. If I recall correctly as well, no, maybe not the kill switch, but I can't remember who the other figure was, but I could have swore there was one other figure that got quite a bit more accessories compared to the rest of the wave. And honestly, I would have loved that I at least gotten a couple more hands for this figure, so then maybe certain poses like this one would actually sit a little bit better and it wouldn't feel so awkward to actually try to get her to hold the pose without using like a rubber band or something like that for her to hold the pose. But other than that, really solid, really colorful gear, just really great everything. Solid 8 out of 10 I think works just fine. But of course, if you know us here at Damn Defiant Wrestling, we do tend to do the Dave Meltzer star scale as well, the good old 1 to Young Buck match as I tend to call it. And well, at the end of the day, I gave her a good solid 8 out of 10. I think it only does it justice to give her a good solid, I think we'll give her a good solid 3.5 out of 5 stars. A really solid piece. Could have a little bit more accessories to overdo it and shoot it to the moon, but at the end of the day, she's still a really solid figure. But speaking of at the end of the day, we don't really have all that much more to say, so if you guys like the video, feel free to like the video. And well, if you guys did not like the video, well, womp womp I guess. But if you guys did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other action figure content. Of course, wrestling related for the most part. But we've got plenty of action figure reviews, we've got some pick fed content, and we've got plenty of other stuff. As long as you want to go check it out, I'm sure you'll find something that you may like. And I also do have playlists for a lot of this stuff as well. I know I should probably advertise that a little bit more often. But on top of that, if you guys do end up liking the video, I gladly appreciate it. But whether you do or don't on either one of those two things, the one thing I will ask of you, and I will be so gracefully appreciative if you do, I hope I said that right, but I would love it if you guys could maybe, help out and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers. We're like right there. Currently speaking, as of recording, we are currently sitting at 476 subs, which is now less than 25 subs away from the goal for the end of the year. Of course, if we don't hit it, that's okay too, but it would be nice if we could. And speaking of nice, well, I don't really have all that much more else to say, so have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, I'm not in your time zone. If anything, if I were though, no matter the time of day it is, I would be subscribing. I can't even say that with much of a straight face, but on that note, deuces, ooses, yeet.